Hello, hello. Hey friends, welcome to my page. I'm Ashley with Willow's Home Decor, and we are going to continue our Christmas in July. If you're watching this, you're watching on the replay. So comment replay, share it out. And if you're watching this on YouTube, this was a previously recorded video on Facebook. I do Facebook Lives every Wednesday at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. I am doing it today on a Thursday, but you won't know that actually because it'll be posted later on YouTube. But I am going to be painting this cute little I guess he could be an interchangeable. I'm gonna do a version of him that's not interchangeable. So you will have options, but he is a countdown. And let me see here. Let's see if I can see if I'm on here. There I am. Hi Holly, thank you. I'm glad you were able to join me today. Oh. Hi Holly. Okay. I'm on. Okay, so I don't know if you saw my post. I posted like an hour ago, but I'm gonna do this little snowman countdown. It says days till Santa. So there is an option to actually have all the countdown pieces. It goes from 0 to 31. And let's see. The only thing to note about that is that the 6 and the 9 are the same. So you won't have another number for that. You'll just have one and you'll just flip it upside down to use it for a 6 or a 9. But I'm gonna do it this is a whiteboard. I cut a same snowflake out of a whiteboard. So if you don't want to paint all of these, which I did not want to do tonight, then you can do have a whiteboard option and then just change the number every day. So that's how I'm gonna do this one as the sample. So let's see. There we go, that's better. Okay, hopefully you can see that all right. Okay, so maybe you can help me decide, Holly. Should I do his little gloves and his hat band? Should I do blue or green? I can't decide. This is a lot of white to paint, so that'll be fun. It always takes a few coats. And then those will be black. I also got out my glitter snow. Might do some snow on him. See if this is dried up. Looks good still. Blue, okay. All right. Okay, what was I doing? Okay, so, and then this is layered, his arms are layered, so you'll have the room to drop those pieces in. So you only have to paint one of them, one of each side, obviously. Okay, so we'll get rid of those two. And then the rest of him comes apart. So his body is a separate piece. And this piece is basically, it's gonna get covered up by all the other pieces. I think the only part we have to paint is that little bitty area that you're gonna see on his legs. Okay. Okay, so let's see, these are gonna be blue. And I'm not sure what color I'm gonna do the tag. So I always like to separate my pieces out using painter. This is just a painter's tape. You can use masking tape. You cannot use tape. It just depends on your preference. But I like doing this because it makes these pieces a lot faster to paint. And these are all going to be black. And the bigger pieces I don't usually tape down, but hopefully. Can you see the project okay? This is kind of at a weird angle. Wonder if I should bring it up a little more. It's always a camera issue. Okay, that's a little better. It's not cutting me off quite as much. Okay, so let's see. I have all my colors I need. And I'm gonna just dive in. So those are gonna be white. So I'm gonna start by painting the white because it's gonna take multiple coats to get him a nice solid white. And I'm just gonna use scrap here to put my paint on. And there are some little score lines for his eyeballs. Not a huge deal if you get paint in those because you're just using it to know where to put his eyes. So yesterday was a crazy day. It was an Airbnb day, and we had some not great guests, which is why I didn't come on yesterday, because we didn't even get home till like 4:30. I hadn't even decided on a project yet, and I was exhausted because we've been out there all day. Our checkout time is 11, and this particular guest had asked before they booked if they could check out late, and I told them no because we had guests coming that afternoon, and I guess they just didn't really care. And so they stayed late, which then put us behind cleaning. And then we've just had some other things going on out there, which has taken up some more time than usual. But yeah, we didn't leave there till like after 3 o'clock, which is unusual. It doesn't usually take me that long to clean. So not only did they leave late, but then they were messy. Gotta love that. Most of our guests are awesome and are, pretty clean. There's always a few in the bench in the summer. It's always stressful when we have back-to-back bookings too, and then you're like just trying to get it all done before the next people show up. Thankfully, we would have been fine because they didn't end up showing up till really late, like 8 o'clock, 8:30, which is, I mean, whatever. But they can check in at 4, and thankfully we didn't have to ask them to check in later or anything. The joys of hospitality. We've been having a lot of shorter stays, so I haven't had that much time to paint lately either. So, okay, so I'm going to paint right in here white, because this is just the little area that you're not, that you're going to see between the boots. That'll cover the rest of that up. And then this is the snowman's body. And then these are little snowflake type things. So I'm going to paint those white, and I think I might put some, maybe I'll put some glitter on those. I haven't used that fancy glitter paint I got from Decor yet. But yeah, this doesn't seem like fun to me to paint all of these white. I guess you could do blue, that'd be cute. So I'm doing the whiteboard tonight. That'll be much easier. So if you don't put on too much paint, just do light coats, then your paint will dry really quick, so you can keep going and add another layer. You could also always use a little heat gun to help move it along if you need to. But I usually just set it to the side and go to the next one. I might be able to get away with just the 2 coats here. Parts are going to be black, and his hat and his boots. Yes, that's part of his boots. Okay. So I'm just going to get another makeup wedge and get started in this color. For this part, you can just paint the top, because this is going to be covered up by a 3rd piece, or another 3D piece. I have so many projects I want to paint. Some of them I haven't even cut yet. Hopefully this next week I'll be able to get a lot more done. And then towards the end of the month, I'm going to do a 12 Days of Christmas. So or 12 days, I guess 12 days of Christmas in July. Okay. I also have some fall projects I want to paint. Today the weather feels like fall. It was cold and crazy rain, and this morning we had thunder, lightning. Now it's just kind of dreary out, but we probably needed the rain, and then it's supposed to warm back up and be nice out. So hopefully that'll help my garden, because I feel like it was doing really good, and then our weather has just been kind of not that warm. So I don't know. I have some tomatoes growing. I'm starting to see some not zucchini, cucumbers, little baby ones. I've been getting some blueberries and strawberries, which is nice. But my bell pepper is not doing anything. So I don't know if you garden, but can you garden really in Arizona? Holly? Probably so hot. Okay, let's see, do these need more white? My corn's doing really good. We'll see if it actually has corn, but it's growing tall. Yeah, I would. Or maybe like, can you garden in different time of the year, just not summer? I don't know how that works. When it's cooler. I kind of figured that was the case though. Okay, and then I'm using some orange for his little carrot nose. That was way too much. I don't know why I put 2 dollops. Okay, so with the makeup wedges, this is a dried up one. You can just cut it off and keep using it. I have so many that I've cut and not used them up. I'm trying to be better about that. But on the bigger pieces, the full size is nice when you need to cover a lot of space. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one more coat of white on there because I can still kind of see through it. So that's about 3 coats. Just kind of depends on the look you're going for. I am gonna kind of distress this guy. Plus some of this you're not gonna really see, I guess. It's gonna be covered up. Yeah, I have a big old like metal bucket and then I have another one that has more in it. I should probably just go through the big one. Some of them could probably be thrown away. Okay, the black's good. And I guess I should put a little more white on this, on his little leg pieces. So gotta do the blue. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do the lighter. This is winter blue. And then I'm gonna do some stripes with a darker blue. Guess I don't know if I've used this one yet. Sometimes I just take the lids off. I don't think so. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to go over the whole thing, even though some of this is going to get covered up. Okay. And I don't know what color I'm going to do this little tag. If I want to do it blue or if I want to keep it kind of the tan color. Because then I also have a button. Because I'm going to do a little ribbon bow around it. Okay, let me let the blue dry. So I am going to distress the black pieces, and then I might do the same for the snowman. Make him kind of rustic looking. This is just a little finger sander. I get them on Amazon. This one has 220 grit, which is a really nice fine grit. And I just like to go along the edges. And just distress a little bit. So you're kind of taking some of that paint away that you just put on there, but that's okay. Ew. Making a mess. I was gonna maybe use that, but okay. And then we'll do this. I don't know if might go around with my dark wax like I've done before, just so it gives it a little stiffer, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Makes a little, look a little different so you can tell. Doesn't blend too much into the other white pieces. And I just made a big old mess there. Goodness. Okay, those are both sanded. Okay. I'm gonna get a little more blue on these. Alright, let that dry before I put some stripes on there. And then you also have the base. So there's 3 pieces here. Just kind of gives it a nice heavier chunky base. You're going to glue them all together. So you only need to paint one of these. And I guess I'll paint it black. Yeah. And I'll blend in with the shoes. I always forget to paint the base while I'm painting everything else. Okay, so I'll take these off of here. And just go around the edges of this with the same as I did with the white. I had to go buy a whole bunch of towels today for our Airbnb. We got them at Costco originally, which was great because they're usually a good quality, good price. But we have like a forest bear theme because it's at the gate of the Mount Rainier National Park. So I wanted green because that's what we already have. So I had to go to Walmart. Thankfully, I found some that'll work. Then I spent the rest of the day washing towels and the rest of the laundry. It's not too exciting around here lately. Need to get out and do something fun this weekend, maybe. Although this is fun to me. Of course, I enjoy doing this. Okay. Let's see if this is, oh, let me do this really quick. Forgot about these. Just stress these guys. this hat. Over there. Okay, so these are the like cuff of the mitten. And I'm gonna put stripes on it, but I'm gonna use a darker blue. Hopefully this blue works that I have here. So I'm just going to find a brush. That one will work. And then put a little, let's see if this will be dark enough. This is Mountain Mist. Oh, you know what I should use? Probably the Williamsburg. That one's probably good. Let's see. This one. Well, that's Colonial. I think the Williamsburg blue would be better. Yeah, that's much better. Darker. This one's, all these colors are pretty close together. Okay. Okay, that'll be good. So I'm just gonna use, this is just, I don't know what kind of tip this is. Oh, it says it's an angle brush, but it's a pretty small angle. So I'm just gonna dip it in my darker blue and just start doing some stripes. They don't have to be perfect. Trying to evenly space them, but you know. It's probably good enough. I think I came way too far in that time. Oh well. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We'll leave it there. All right. Let's do one more coat on this guy. Okay, hat. This is the little strip that goes across the top of the hat. What do we think? Stripes or polka dots? So it's gonna go like that. Could maybe do the same type of stripes. Kind of have to do it like a little, it's not going to be straight because it's not meant to be straight. Yeah, I'll try and do some, see how this turns out. If I screw it up, I'll just wipe it off. So it kind of has like a little curve to it. It's not a straight piece. Let's see how this turns out. Who knows, I might hate it when it's done. I'm gonna go out here and do this one just so I can get that right curve, and then come back in. Oh, those are too close together now. Well, darn it. Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna just wipe it off. Like it never happened. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing now. Just giving it a little squiggle. Okay, I'm just gonna thicken these up a little. Probably should have gone with the polka dots. That's okay, that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Plus we're gonna just stress it a little bit, so. Okay. Just going to add a little more to these. Look pretty good. I don't know what ribbon I'm going to use. I was going to use red, but I don't know if that's going to look good with that blue. Didn't think about that part. Okay, so while those dry, I'm going to start gluing some of these pieces together. So these are the layered arm pieces. So I'm going to glue those together. And I'm going to use my art glitter glue because it's my fave. Just try to get those lined up before it dries. Usually I have a couple minutes before it's really dried, like you might be able to still pry it apart if you needed to. Sometimes if you put too much glue on there, you'll set it down and then you'll come back and it'll have moved because it slid. Okay. This. And then I'll glue that piece. For his little cute little top hat. Okay, and then I'm going to do his cheeks before I do his eyes. So I use a dark blue ribbon. I don't know if I have any. I tell you, I never have the right ribbon for the project. Okay, so this is a distress crayon. This is worn lipstick. That's what I like to use for the white. And then this is just a blending brush you can get on Amazon. And it's perfect for putting these little cheeks on. I'll have to go dig through my ribbon here before I'm done and see what I got. I don't know if I have anything blue that'll work. Okay, so these smaller pieces are the tops of the boots. And I don't know if that's the right way. Let me see. Okay, I think goes that way. And then these longer pieces go on the bottom. Whoop. I think the dogs are barking at Kevin because they want to go for a walk. And I didn't take them before I came on here. The weather's been so nasty, we haven't gone out very many times today. Okay. See, that one slid, so sometimes you might have that happen where it slides. So I must have put a little too much glue on there. Okay. Okay, and then for his eyes, there is little score lines there. I'm just going to use my, what is this? It's a really fine tip Posca pen. Obviously you can use whatever brand, or you can use a really fine tip paintbrush and just some black paint. And just fill those little eyes in. So, there it is. And you can see his little rosy cheeks. Okay, I think we're ready to start gluing to this base. And he's pretty good size. He's about 12 inches, I think it was. Apparently I got this dipped in orange paint somehow. Oh my goodness, come off. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by gluing the body, the main body piece. Just Trace a little glue around the outside, squiggle some in the middle, and start lining these up here. Okay, and then his hat. Oh my goodness. Sliding around. Okay. So there he is so far. And then put his little boots on. And then you'll have a tab at the bottom here. And that goes into your base. So you'll just want to make sure you line this up right. You don't want to cover that tab with your boots. And if you did that, then you'd have other places exposed. So you just lining that up. So you're starting to come together. Okay. And then I guess we can put his arms on. Trying to see how this lines up on here. Okay. Piece of glitter from I don't know where. Okay, so he has kind of like a little hump on his shoulder. So you can see where this is supposed to sit here. It's kind of hard to tell on the... So you can kind of see right there how it has a little hump there. So you'll just want to line your arm up with that. Okay. And then his little mittens are going to go over this. So you'll be able to just drop your little snowflake in there. And then I need to just stress these. Okay. Probably would have been easier if I glued this on first. Not the best stripes I've ever done. That's okay. Okay, so for the mittens, I'm just gonna put some glue on here. You can see where they go, because I don't want to put too much on there and then it's where it doesn't need to be. And then the thumb, I guess. Hey, Sandy. This is Art Glitter Glue. Oh, can you see that? I get it on Amazon. Dries clear. Gives you a little wiggle room. Unlike like Stick Fast, which dries fast. Anyways, the thumb on the mitten goes up, so that, I mean, once you put it down here, you'll know if you have it on wrong. How are you, Sandy? Okay, and then his nose. Let me see what I'm doing here. Isn't he cute? And then I did a little whiteboard piece for his countdown, but you can also get all the numbers. But I like the whiteboard because then you can just, you don't have to have a whole stack of pieces. You're finally getting a laser? What'd you decide to get? That's exciting. Oh, my arm slid. Dang it. Oh, I think I might be able to move it. Okay. See, now if I was using Stick Fast, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like super glue. And it dries really fast. I used to use it all the time until I learned about this glue, and I can tell you I ruined a lot of things using that glue because things would move and I wouldn't be able to fix it. Oh, that's exciting. How big is that one? I don't really know much about that brand. I'm so excited for you. Okay, I'm going to put a little glitter on his little, what are the stars or snowflakes, whatever they are. This is my glitter paint. That's so exciting. I saw somebody local to me was selling basically the same laser I already have, and I was like, oh, I wish that I could buy another one, or I had a need to buy another one, but not right now. Silver, I thought I had like a white. Gold. Oh wait, here it is. Ice crystal. What's this one? Oh, I guess I bought 2 of those. Hope it's good. We're gonna have so much fun with that. Oh, this is kind of runny. Is it supposed to be like that? I've never used this stuff before. I feel like that's weird, it's so runny. Well, they're all like that, I guess. Okay, so this is the Decor Glamour Dust. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just gonna put some on here. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. You might not even be able to see it. You probably won't be able to see it on the camera anyways. In person, you'd be able to see it. Huh, this is not... I don't know what I was expecting. Can you see that? Kind of got it all over the place. Well, whatever. Okay, let that dry. And then we can do our base, and then I have to figure out my ribbon situation. I do, yeah. I do have some of that. I just got this a couple weeks ago, so I thought I'd try it, but not really impressed after that. Maybe the other colors are better. Do you still have your booth, Sandy? Okay, so with the base, I always put it on. This helps me line up when I put glue on this. So I'm just gonna put a little glue along this piece so that I can easily drop this on there and it's lined up so it fits correctly in this slot. I don't know, maybe it is really fine glitter. Maybe it'll be better when it dries. But the stickles or whatever might be better for that. Okay, and then this is just a bottom piece. Make the base a little thicker. There's some kids out riding motorbikes or something, dirt bikes. Okay, so there's that so far. His stripes they're all right, I guess. Okay, he looks naked with no bow on his neck. Okay, let's see. I gotta go dig through my ribbon. See if I have anything that'll work. Okay, the only blue I have is this one, and it's like 2 inches thick, 2.5 inches thick. So I think that's too thick. Oh, let me see here. Oh, yeah. That's the only downside of a booth, is that you are still having to answer to somebody else. I don't miss that part. Okay, so I have this, and it has snowflakes on it. Or I have one that has snowflakes and it's gray. All right, have a good night, Sandy. Thanks for coming on. Love ya. I don't know if that's too much white. Ay, ay, ay. This is just way too thick. I was planning to do red. Oh. And then I have like Christmassy colors. Green, that's not good. Oh. I tell ya, I just bought a bunch of ribbon. I just never have the right one for what I end up doing. Red, that ain't gonna work. Or I could just do, I don't know. I don't know if that'll look down gray. I don't love that. Crap. What am I gonna do? I bought some, yeah, of course it's like Christmas colors. All the stuff I bought, it's like red and green. And then I bought some like fabric stuff, but I didn't really like it. Let me go look again. Buffalo jacket. Yeah, I need to do that, I guess. Okay, I found this. I don't think that doesn't really look right either. I don't really like the, I mean, I might just have to finish this later. That doesn't look good. It has like this ugly black plastic around the edge. Maybe I can cut that off. Well, I know what I'm doing after this. I'm going on Amazon ribbon shopping. See if I can salvage. I don't know if this will even look right. Nope, that'll fray too much. Dang it. I do have buffalo check, but it's all like skinnier. Maybe I can make it work. Maybe that'll work. I like this one that I used last time, but then I went to buy it again and they didn't have it, or it was like, you know, it's coming from China, I'm sure, so it was like I wasn't gonna get it till like the end of August. But this is like a good size for this because it's 1 inch. But maybe, well, that's not the right color blue, but I could do black. Or I have this. I guess I'm just gonna have to buy some more stuff. I got this one. It's not being opened. And it has kind of like the scalloped edge on it. Looks like that. I don't know, is that gonna look dumb? I don't really love that either. I guess the size works. I don't know if I love this with the stripes. I guess that might just have to do. Unless I do. So I could do that. Or I have this, which might be okay too. That looks good. Okay, I'm just gonna try this just to see if this is ugly. I haven't used this one yet. Maybe 1 inch is too thick. This is a weird ribbon. It has like wires throughout it. I don't know what I even bought. I'll just go with the buffalo check. Okay, back to this. Tonight I'm ribbon shopping. Again. Whoop. Okay. Okay, so I do have this to put on there. I think I'm just going to darken the edges of it with my, I think this is dark walnut is the color, of this distress crayon. And I probably say that every time because I'm never 100% sure. Some of this one in blue would be cute. Okay, and then I have a button. Maybe I should do the button in blue. I'm gonna do the darker blue, see what it looks like. Okay. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. I will do that after this is done. I'm gonna have to start getting ribbon out and finding a project to go with the ribbon because I have so much ribbon that I haven't used. Just wait until Costco comes out with ribbon again this Christmas season. And then I always am a sucker and I buy it. Okay, so I'm wondering if I need to glue that or just maybe I can tie these together. Let's see. make it actually look like a button. Oh boy, now I gotta get it tight. There we go. Come on. Okay. So I just actually put that through like a button, like you would, crisscrossing. And then I'm gonna go underneath my ribbon here and just tie it to this. Okay. Tie it tight, and then I'm just gonna do a little bow. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, let's put on these guys. So one of them was for the face. I don't think I'm going to do that one. Not really a fan of that, personally. But then there's one that goes on the hat and one that goes on the boot. And they are pretty, I don't know if you can really see that, pretty glittery. Now that they're dry. So for this, I just kind of dab it on there, and then it's such a small piece, I kind of just smooth it around with my finger. And then there is score marks on the boot and the hat, so you know where to put it. Shedding from my, I don't know, my baby wipe on there, stuck in the paint. Okay. Okay, and then I need to get a dry erase marker. Let's see. I have some in here. So we can see what it looks like. How many days till Christmas? $162 days until Christmas. And that's crazy. Okay, so there he is without his countdown piece. Let's see if I can write this on there and then drop it in. And maybe move this over to the side a little bit more. And then just drop him in there like that. Oh, I guess he probably goes like that, so then I wrote it crooked. And you could glue that in if you want, but have it. 162 days until Christmas. But I do think these would be really cute if you did them in, I don't know, if you did them in blue, or you could do white, but then like put blue around the edges of the snowflake. This might be cute as a chalkboard piece too. But I don't know about a black snowflake. But he's pretty cute. So there it is. I survived, even with minimal ribbon choices. I think he's pretty cute. Okay. Well, I'll see what I can come up with for tomorrow. I have so many projects I want to do. We'll see what I can get to this week. And I'll make sure to share with you along the way. But thank you for watching and helping me figure out what ribbons to buy. I'm going to copy and paste those after I get off here and buy some more ribbon. So hopefully I'll have lots of choices. But anyways, here's another Christmas in July project. And thanks for watching. And if you have any questions and you're watching the replay, just you can send me a message or comment on here and I'll respond. All right, thanks Holly, appreciate you. Have a great night.